Good morning and welcome to the Food Bank of Manatee and the official kickoff to the Grand Challenge. My name is Mary Beth Phillips. I'm the CEO of Meals on Wheels Plus, and Meals on Wheels Plus operates the food bank here at Manatee. We are very grateful to the Manatee County government officials and school representatives who are kicking off our Grand Challenge this year. And we have a number of elected officials who are going to speak with us this morning, and I'd like to ask County Commissioner Carol Whitmore to start us off. Thank you.
Well, it doesn't seem like it was a year ago that we were here this time last year, and I think what we're seeing is we really have needs in the summer, and we really need to ask the community to step up. This is a subject that's near and dear to me. I've been there, done that as a child, and grew up by myself on Anna Maria Island, and the citizens stepped up and helped me. And this is something that we as elected officials, as community leaders, really can put our face and name to it, and we can really help our community. There are people out there that are in their cars tonight with their children that don't know where they're going to get their next meal. And we can't let that happen in Manatee County. So we are going to help our community because that's what our job is, and that's what Manatee County does. With that, I'm going to introduce Manatee County Commissioner Vanessa Baugh, who's also on the board of Meals on Wheels. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? You know, Commissioner Whitmore hit it right on the nose. I don't know how many of you realize that we have over 2,000 children here in Manatee County that are homeless. And I can tell you, I've been on the Meals on Wheels board now for, I believe, about 3 years. I have seen the shelves full, and 3 days later, they're empty. So what we're seeing today is the economy that we've all gone through, the downturn, has hit so many people so hard. And we really do need the community coming together, the businesses coming together, bringing in food. You know, a business can have its own food drive. I mean, in my business in Lakewood Ranch, Vanessa Fine Jewelry, we're having a food drive. So every individual business, every single person can participate. And we just ask you to please open your heart, see the need, and bring some food for so many people that are in desperate need here in Manatee County. Thank you. With that, I'm going to introduce Julia Ranabar with the school board.
I don't know that there's not a single one here today that either hasn't been in Meals on Wheels, haven't attended the fundraisers. Will Robinson is here. He hosts them at his family's home every year. This is something that's near and dear to all of us in Manatee County. As a child, I was one of the children that had to go to food banks, and now I serve on a school board representing other children, so I'm very much attuned to that need. And last year I stood here with Carol Whitmore, and so many changes have happened for our school district, but one of the things that I'm most proud of is to be able to introduce our new superintendent, Rick Mills, who is here today with the full support of our school district behind us in this cause. So, Mr. Mills.
Thank you, Ms. Ranabar. It's such a pleasure to be here and an honor to share in a special moment as we kick off our drive for this upcoming year. As superintendent of Manatee County School District, it's very important that we all come together in the community to meet the needs of our community members, our students, our children, and to rally around what we see as very, very much necessary as a community to strategically focus and target on the folks that we want to support. And the food bank very, very much is a critical partner in doing that, a partner with our school district. And we have about 46,000 students in our school district here, and about 1,700 of them are homeless. It's very heartwarming for me today to join this team, to come together and encourage folks to step up and support the food bank. I was just recently at an event at McKechnie Field where the Kiwanis did Christmas in August for our homeless students. And it's so wonderful to see a community come together, both in support of education, supporting our students and parents who are challenged every day. And so we have 1,700 homeless students in our district here. And it's just a great opportunity to step up, to reach out, to support, to lend a helping hand. And it's a good feeling when you step up and do that and you assist folks that are in need of that. So I encourage all our employees, we have over 5,000 employees in the school district, to join me, to join the food bank, to join all our community organizations here in Manatee County, to support our families, our students, and come together and rally around each other, especially during the critical times that we faced over the past few years in our economy. So it's just a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to support what a great organization that's servicing our students and our families here in Manatee County. And again, please step up and help and assist and come out and support us in everything that we're doing to do that. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Cindy Sloan, the director of the food bank, the face of our food bank here in Manatee County. Cindy?
Hello. Thank you so much for coming today. As you may have read in all the recent stories, the warehouse shelves are very bare right now. There's a high need for food assistance during the summer months when the kids are home from school. So we saw more families going out to the pantries for food assistance. This creates a high demand here at the food bank when the donations are low. So that results in an empty warehouse. Hunger is a problem for families 365 days a year. That's why we're asking our donors to help with food drives throughout the year in order to keep the shelves stocked. That way, when the pantries come here for food, we have it to give them. I tell people all the time that I love to feed my own family, and now through this job as the director of the Food Bank of Manatee, I feed Manatee County. My request to the community is to help us stock the shelves so we can continue to feed the people in our community that are in need. That's us working together. The food bank works with over 100 different partner agencies, and today we have Rhonda Page joining us to tell you how the food pantry at Journey Assembly has helped her make it through the month with the food assistance she receives. Rhonda, thank you for coming.
I'm Rhonda Page. I'm a recipient through Journey Assembly of God's food pantry. It has been an incredible blessing. As a single parent who has taken, recently single, who has taken on the responsibility of raising my 2 grandchildren, it was really hard at the end of the month to decide, what do you give up? What do you take off the plate? I'm sorry. And through the food pantry, providing such great food. And I mean, it's awesome what the stores and people donate in the buckets and however it gets here. It's a true blessing when we go there and we're able to provide for my family, and it allows me to do other things, to have the gas money or school supplies or shoes or clothes. I mean, it is a true blessing to my family that food pantry is there and that it's able to provide for us. And I'm just really, really grateful for that and for everybody for everything that they do.
Thank you, Rhonda.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Rhonda, thank you for sharing that story. And, we couldn't provide our service to your pantry without the support of our community, and we are most grateful. And that was a very touching story. And on that note, I'd like to invite Jackie Barron from the Mosaic Company and Foundation to join us, and Marilyn Howard from the Manatee Community Foundation, who have some exciting news this morning about our challenge.
Well, thank you very much. It was my pleasure this week to contact the folks at Meals on Wheels Plus and the Food Bank and let them know that as part of the Grand Challenge, the Mosaic Company Foundation would like to issue a match. We will match dollar for dollar and dollar for pound up to $100,000 as part of the Grand Challenge. That is truly our honor. We consider it our honor and our pleasure to support the staff and the real heroes in this room like Cindy Sloan and the others at the food bank who make such a meaningful difference. So that means if you're at the grocery store and you buy a pound of food, we will add to it. If you donate $5, we'll add 5 more. Every little bit helps, and together we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of families in the area. Our mission is to help the world grow the food it needs, and sometimes that means helping make sure that food makes it to the dinner tables of those of our neediest families. And those are families with children who sit next to our children in schools, our neighbors, our co-workers. People we see every day are struggling. The need is great, it's growing, and if we can step up and make a difference, the Mosaic Company Foundation is honored and happy to do so, and thrilled that there are so many people who have stepped up to do it collectively as a community. And on that note, I'm going to ask Marilyn to step up.
Thank you, Jack. My name's Marilyn Howard. I'm the Executive Director of the Manatee Community Foundation. And on behalf of the Community Foundation, I would like to tell you how we are so tremendously appreciative of the Mosaic Foundation and what they have done by stepping up and creating this match. We are going to try and do our bit to support the community. We have many fund holders and donors at the Community Foundation who are very passionate about the need of hunger in our community. So on that note, many of our donors have pooled some resources together. So at this point in time, I would like to announce that we are going to kick off the challenge on behalf of the community, and we will be giving a grant from the Manatee Community Foundation for $30,000 to go toward the Mosaic match. So that's our challenge now, the community. I know that we can raise the rest and even surpass the goal. So everybody go to it, and good luck, and it is such a worthy cause in this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Marilyn. Well, we're certainly off to a great start, and you know, we live in this wonderful community, Manatee County. People are so generous, so hopefully we'll get to the rest of the match and look forward to receiving that. Thank you so much. Our officials will be here to answer any questions. If you'd like to stay a few minutes after, and we'll be happy to entertain any questions. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
When I see that the pantry, the shelves in the warehouse are bare and we have nothing to give to the pantries, I know we have to get the word out to the community. The only way to do that is through the press and through the reporters to spread the word that we need help right now. There's people in our community in need, and it's my responsibility to try to find that food. So I have to put the plea out.
Rhonda, you spoke very eloquently about how the food bank has helped you. What do you want this community to know about why it's so important for them to bring food to the food bank?
Because there are so many families in need out there, and you have to be able to fill that need. And it doesn't, there are a lot of people that are having a hard time, and it doesn't mean it's because they don't want to work. These are people with hearts and children, and they're just having a hard time. And without people donating and people like these guys providing, there would be very few options for people like me that just need that extra to keep me afloat and to keep me going from month to month.
One of the things, Cindy, that you've talked about is the tremendous generosity of Manatee County. When they're called upon, they always rise to the challenge. And I'd like for both of you to comment on that, about how Manatee County responds.
What it means to me is just that they listen and they care like I care. This is my passion, and when I see them give the community, I know they understand, and it just touches my heart.
Rhonda, what would you like to say about the generosity of Manatee County?
I think it's amazing, and through the resources that have been offered through my church and through our food pantry and just becoming more aware of what's available for us, it's amazing. I would not be able to make it. I would not be able to have so much joy and happiness with my children because we would be stressed out all the time, and I don't have that. I do find the love and the joy with my kids because there are so many programs and agencies out there that are just there to offer their help, and we're just truly grateful and blessed by it.
Tell us what this means to all of you to have this kickoff for this event. Mary Beth, we'll start with you.
Well, first of all, the Mosaic grant matching is so significant, and if we have the rest of the community donate towards that, we'll be sitting very pretty to stock the shelves and have enough food throughout the rest of the year. So it's very important, and we're very grateful for those matching dollars from the Manatee Community Fund also. Wonderful.
And Terry, as you look around each year, the need becomes a little bit more. And what does it say to you about the generosity of Manatee County, how they rise to the challenge to give back?
Every year it gets better and better. It's overwhelming, the support that we get from the community, and we can't thank you enough. And we appreciate all the support that everybody's giving us.
And Will, one question for you. As a longtime Manatee County resident, you see the need in the community and all the great works that the food bank and Meals on Wheels does. What does it mean to you as a citizen here to see the generosity of Manatee County?
The need is so great, and it's so amazing to me to see so many partners come together, from public to private to business, individuals. If we can all come together, hunger is curable. And hopefully we'll get our shelves filled with great food to feed the most needy in our community.
Well, we have 1,700 homeless students in Manatee County School District. Just recently, Christmas in August, it was hosted by the Kiwanis. It was a great event to help our homeless students and our parents that are challenged. And today here being for the kickoff of the food drive and much needed support that's needed to meet our families and our students. So, we want our students to come to school and learn, and nutrition's a key point of that. And we have so many situations with students across the country who only eat well in school, and their only meals are in the school environment. And so this is a great partnership and an opportunity to help meet the needs of students outside the school on weekends and in evenings, and to help those families out that are challenged here in our school district.
The superintendent, Monday was the first day of school. You were at many schools, welcoming the kids and the teachers back. It was a terrific day. And I think you mentioned the fact that, a lot of kids, when they're in school, are fed. But when they go home and on weekends, there's a tremendous need. What would you say to your staff and your teachers to get them involved in this giving challenge?
Well, I just wrote a check out for the food bank. It's my part as a school district superintendent and to lead from the front, to encourage all our employees to take the opportunity to support the food bank, take the opportunity to support an organization that's out there helping our families and our parents and our students that are facing some challenging and difficult times. And we all come together as a team and support each other as a team and support those in need.
Commissioner Whitmore, you've been involved with the food bank. You were the kickoff person last year. What does this mean to you, and what does it say about the need here in Manatee County to try to support the food bank?
Well, of course, this means a lot to me, but what's disappointing is that it had to come again this year again. And it's just showing that there's such a need out there. And what's happening is we're forgetting about the most vulnerable in the summertime. We don't have school, we don't have programs, so the kids aren't eating. So they're utilizing the food banks more. And I just heard on the news this morning there's a few food banks that had to close because this food bank doesn't have any food to give them. So it's something that I think we're going to have to come up with a plan in Manatee County and recognize that we really got to up our grade in the summertime.
What would you like? Manatee County has always been very generous in trying to rise to the challenge. What would you like to say to Manatee County employees, perhaps, or those businesses out there to encourage them to participate?
Well, first of all, Manatee County employees have really stepped up. They stepped up great last year. I think they raised like 4 tons last year. So kudos to them. And I know the rest of Manatee County, when they know somebody's in need, they're going to step up. So I just want to encourage you to remember that we all have dinner tonight, we all have lunch today, and there's some that maybe only get 1 meal a day, if that.
When we heard about the Grand Challenge, it seemed like an obvious fit, an obvious place for us to go to make a difference. The need is real, it's very serious, and if we're able to help, well then we should, and that's how we felt about it. And it goes to the very core of our mission statement. We help the world grow the food it needs, and we're going to help provide some of that food to those families struggling right here in our community.
Well, it does fit. And to have a major foundation like Mosaic be able to put out a challenge of the size of $100,000 is tremendously significant. So for our donors who are passionate about the cause of hunger, to be able to pool some money together and say, all right, we're going to kick it off. We're going to meet the first $30,000 of that challenge. Our hope is that that will give us a leg up, spur the community on so that we not only meet the challenge, but my hope is that we exceed the challenge. So again, we're tremendously appreciative of Mosaic's interest in our community and the issue of hunger, which is, you know, just so important. It's such a need in this community. So we're very thankful, and I'm appreciative of our donors. What we do is try to connect the interests of our donors with the needs in the community. This is a perfect example of how that can work.
Well, I think while it's exciting to have the challenge well underway, thanks to the Community Foundation, we should never forget that at the end of the day, you know, the average person who goes to their bank and says, I can give $5 this week, that $5 is now $10, and that $10 makes a real difference for somebody out there who is hungry. So you should never, there is no gift too small. And now, even if you felt like your gift was not enough, well, we're going to double it, and now you can feel twice as good about it. So while our partnership with the Community Foundation makes this all very, very exciting, we also want to encourage everyone out there that this is a community challenge, a community effort, and we want to see everybody jump in and be part of it. Wouldn't you agree, Marilyn?
I agree. Where else can you go and have an investment where it's doubled? I mean, this is the kind of investment that we wish we could make in business, and to be able to make it in charity for the good of the community. Everyone should be stepping up to the plate. I second you. There is no gift too small. $1, $10, $1,000, $10,000. It's all good, and thanks to you, it'll double, and the food bank will be well on its way to having very full shelves.